Inside my head, or inside my brain, is that part of me which keeps me sane, which helps discern between right and wrong, and other things I'm gonna talk about in this song. It's time for the people to know, so now I tell them what goes on in my cerebrum and my cerebellum, the thought process that helps me get dressed, get up and go to school, sit down and take a test.
Hey, it's Coach Antoinette Datoc, and welcome back to the Mental Weight Room, where we train the most important muscle you've got, your brain. It's back to school season, and I know a lot of you are feeling that crunch. You've got practices, games, schoolwork, maybe even a part-time job and family commitments. It can feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day, but here's the truth. Elite athletes don't just manage their time, they master it. And today, I'm breaking down how daily routines, good study habits, and time management can give you an edge, not just in the classroom, but on the field, on the court, in the pool, wherever it is you play. Think about your sport for a second. Practices always have structure, right? You warm up, you drill, you scrimmage, you cool down. Coaches know structure matters because it keeps everyone on task, sharp, and improving. You also have mental routines to prepare for games and to stay consistent throughout and to recover and reset from mistakes or setbacks. Life works the same way. When you create daily routines, your morning routine, a meal schedule, your pre-practice routine, study routine, your bedtime routine, you're basically coaching yourself. The benefit? Predictability. When you know what's coming, your brain doesn't waste energy making 1,000 little tiny decisions. Instead of stressing over when should I do homework or do I have time to eat before practice, you already know. And that frees up your mental energy to focus on competing and performing. I always tell the athletes I coach, chaos in your schedule leads to chaos in your performance. Now let's talk a little bit about motivation. To be completely honest, it's overrated. Everyone loves the idea of being motivated, but no one feels motivated every single day. You're not going to wake up every morning pumped to go to class, to grind out homework, to lift weights, or get to practice early, and that's normal. But here's the separator: discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done whether you feel like it or not. And how do you build discipline? Through routines. When you go to bed and wake up at the same time, when you carve out a block of time every day for studying, when you're in sport mode and hit your mental prep, consistency, and recovery routines the same way every day, you don't need motivation. You just do it because it's who you are. Think about the best athletes in the world. Do you think Kobe Bryant or Serena Williams or Cristiano Ronaldo woke up every day wanting to train? No way. But they did it anyway because discipline carries you when motivation disappears. Now let's connect school to sports because study habits equals performance habits. The way you handle your schoolwork is often the way you'll handle your sport. If you're someone who procrastinates, cramps the night before, and only studies when you feel like it, chances are strong that you'll bring the same attitude into practice. You might show up unprepared, be inconsistent, and only lock in when it's convenient or you feel like it. But if you build strong study habits, breaking assignments into smaller tasks, working without distractions, and reviewing consistently every day, you're training your brain with the same focus and discipline that will show up on the field. One powerful tool for this is your class syllabus. At the start of the semester, map out all the important dates, tests, quizzes, projects, papers, and deadlines, and create a semester-long action plan. Think of it like a season schedule in sports. You don't just show up on game day, you plan your practices, conditioning, and strategy to peak at the right time. School works the same way. Once you've got the semester plan, break it down into smaller focused action plans for each assignment, each test, each quiz. That means plotting when you'll research, when you'll review your notes, when you'll study in chunks, so you're always building momentum instead of scrambling at the last second. For example, imagine you're preparing for a big test. Instead of cramming the night before, you follow your action plan and review a little bit every day. That's the exact same skill you use to prepare for an opponent. Consistent, daily effort instead of last-minute panic. Check out the show notes for my free downloadable academic action plan tool to help you get on board. Remember, school isn't separate from sport. It's another arena to sharpen your mental game. Here's a big one: time management. You can't control how many hours are in a day, but you can control how you use them. Start by locking in the non-negotiables: school hours, practices, game, and sleep. Write those down first. Next, plug in your study blocks. What's left over? That's your free time. Most athletes just wing it, and that's why they constantly feel behind. But when you plan, you control the day instead of letting the day control you. Here's a simple tip: the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Send that quick email to your teacher. Put your gear away. Start that assignment. Small wins add up and keep your day flowing smoothly. Another tool: use a calendar or planner. Writing down when your assignments are due and when you'll study takes stress off your plate. You don't have to keep it all in your head. It's right there on paper. And if you need a starting point, check out the show notes. I've linked a few of my favorite school planners, which are available on Amazon, plus free downloads of the tools I use with the athletes I coach. The weekly time blocker, which is used to plan your week in advance, the daily to-do list to stay locked in on priorities, the daily time tracker to see where you're wasting time so you can make adjustments. Because here's the truth: managing your time off the field is just as important to your performance mindset as managing your time on the field. One last thing. Let's talk about confidence. Confidence doesn't just come from pep talks or hype songs. Real confidence comes from preparation, from knowing you've put in the work, handled your responsibilities, and controlled the controllables. When you have good routines, manage your time, and take care of school, you walk into practices and games with less stress. You're not distracted by the test you didn't study for or the assignment you forgot to turn in. You're free to lock in and perform. Consistency builds confidence. So here's your challenge as the school year starts. Build daily routines that give your day structure and predictability. Write it down. Remember, discipline beats motivation. Treat your study habits like training habits. Control your time before it controls you. Strong athletes aren't just strong in the weight room or on the field. They're strong in how they manage their time, their energy, and their focus. Thanks for joining me in the mental weight room today. If you found today's episode helpful, share it with a teammate or a friend. Write us a review and tap 5 stars. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a mental tip. And remember, mental strength is a muscle. Train it every day. This is Coach Antoinette signing off. And until next time, keep pushing your limits.